We have a big-time SEC matchup tonight at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. Kentucky travels to Tennessee to take on the Volunteers. The Wildcats are coming off of a tough L to Vanderbilt this weekend. Went on the road, played without Carr. Vanderbilt played a really nice game. They shot the ball extremely well. I had my money on Kentucky, so it was a very tough game to watch. But it was, as a basketball fan, it was really an exciting game to watch. You know, it's always good to watch Vanderbilt have success as a basketball program or anything in sports because historically they've been terrible. So it's always cool to see Vanderbilt have some success. They put together some good wins and played some really tough SEC games this year. They're going to be a good team. But as far as Kentucky goes, that's a tough L. Like I said, they haven't had Carr. Butler being out that's huge for Kentucky. When I saw that this morning, that wiped the whole game for me. I said, yeah, Tennessee's going to dominate this game. I thought with Butler, I said, okay, they have a chance. Kentucky has a chance to keep it within 5. Kentucky has a chance to maybe make it a 4 or 5 point game, a 2-possession game to where, hey, get a stop, get a bucket, get a stop, get a bucket, and you give yourself a chance. Not anymore. I think this is a big-time win for Tennessee today if they could shoot the ball well. What we saw last game against Auburn was that they couldn't score the doggone basketball. It was bad. Really, really, really bad. I don't know if you call that a really good defensive game or if you call that a terrible offensive game from both Auburn and Tennessee. I think it was like 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half, and the score was like 5-10 or something like that. It was crazy. It was insane. For the game to end 53-51 with 2 high-powered offenses, 2 teams with elite scores, very shocking to see. But it is the SEC, the best conference in the country, and anything can happen on any night. You never know. We'll see one of the best players in the country take the court today. I'm excited. I love watching Chaz Lanier play. He's averaging 18 right now, sitting three rebounds. Who cares? He's putting the ball in the bucket. That's what he does. Didn't shoot the ball all that well last game against Auburn. Only had 10 points. Before that, he put up 23 against Mississippi State, and 17 against Vandy, 10 against Texas. He can get going at any time. I love watching his game. I think it'll translate well to the NBA. I also like Ziegler, even though he missed that shot. I don't know why he took that shot. Can we discuss that? I don't know. I had my money on Tennessee in that one on the money line. I felt very conflicted about it because a few days ago I watched Texas A&M run down the court, throw the ball over to the wing, and take a shot down 1 or 2, whatever it was. Take a 3-point shot with like 12.6 seconds on the floor, 12.6 seconds left on the clock. Excuse me. Knock it down, get the stop, and win the game. Awesome. So when I saw Zakai take that shot, I'm like, yo, there's 8 seconds. He had the defender beat. He could have beat him to the basket. They only needed a 2-point bucket. He shot the ball, brought it up. It looked decent, but that shot just didn't sit well with me. I didn't like that. I didn't like that shot. But hey, shooters shoot, and that's what he does. That's what I enjoy about his game is that he's willing to take any shot. We've discussed his game previously earlier in the year. And that's what we talked about was his ability to shoot from basically anywhere on the court. He can make a play at any time. He can get going at any time. He's averaging 7.5 assists this year, averaging 12.3 points, just under 4 rebounds a game. So he's playing pretty well. He's a good team player. And the senior guard, even though he's 5'9", he plays like he is taller than 5'9". You wouldn't be able to tell. Is he one of my favorite guards in the country? Most definitely. So I think he's going to be able to dominate, especially with Butler out today. That's what makes this one really scary. Right now, they have the lines pretty high. So Vegas is expecting a big-time Tennessee win today. I'm worried that Kentucky might not be able to cover in this one. I don't know how they're going to stop Chaz. The only thing I think you could do to stop Chaz would maybe throw Owe on him and just Owe, how do you say his name? OA, I think. Yeah, throw OA on him and just hope for the best. Just hope that he can get a hand up and contest shots. Just hope that Tennessee is missing, because I don't know how Tennessee could lose this game unless they just shoot the ball terribly. If Kentucky gets hot shooting, they're one of the best teams in the country. I don't care about who's out and who's playing and all that. When Kentucky is shooting the ball very efficiently, they are one of the top teams in the country. They got 8, 9, 10 guys that can play. Mark has done a really good job with this new roster, with this new squad, and he's taken this team a really long way. I think that this is a big game for them because they have Arkansas next. If Kentucky doesn't win this game today, it makes Arkansas pretty much a must-win to give yourself a decent sitting in the SEC. Defensively, Kentucky has to step up. I saw how they played against Vanderbilt. Oftentimes they had their feet stuck inside of the three-point line while Vanderbilt shooters just rose up and shot the ball right over them. It was a very bad defensive performance from Kentucky. If that happens today, I think Tennessee might score 90 points. So right now, they have the Tennessee lines at -10.5. Started off at 9.5. Whew, that's a little high. We obviously like the Tennessee money line. Tennessee at 10.5 is a little tough. I think this is one where I'm personally going to move the line. Yeah. For the sake of the show, though, man, -10.5 is quite a bit. That is, especially for a Kentucky team that can get going. It is very possible for them to maybe even win the first half, and then Tennessee go to the locker room, have a great conversation, and then dominate in the second half and win by 8. Oh, man. No. And now that I just said that, too, that makes it even worse. But I can't take Kentucky. All right. We're taking the Tennessee spread. -10.5. Tennessee. -10.5 Tennessee. They're going to get the job done. They have to. Come on. Big game for Tennessee. Coming off of the loss to Auburn, they're going to look to make a statement. They shot the ball piss poor against Auburn. So I'm sure they've been in the gym. They've been in the lab since the 25th. They've had 3 days. Legs rested. Time to score the basketball. Today. You got Florida coming up after this game. You got Missouri after that. You got Oklahoma. You got Kentucky, Vandy, A&M. You got the SEC gauntlet. You might as well get going tonight. I'm taking Tennessee -10.5. We'll see what goes down tonight.